Bonita.
Oh, hi, Russ. Nice to see you.
It's great to see you too. It's great to see you too. We're at St. John's Church in Prescott, and I'm meeting with Bonita Slunder and some of the other members of the team that have put together community gardens here. It's a wonderful project and an insight into ways to engage the community. So looking forward to seeing what you've done and hearing all about it.
Well, come on over. I'll show you.
Okay, cheers.
Yeah. Oh, it's a pretty big garden. We have 18 boxes.
Okay.
The boxes themselves, this one, for example, is a bit higher than the others because it's for people who are have mobility issues or folks that are in wheelchairs.
I see.
Or someone that just wants to sit and garden, they'll be able to.
Fabulous.
But we have 18 all totaled. And what we've done is we're using Mel Bartholomew's square foot gardening. It's a really great way to take a 4 by 4 foot space, and you use one of these little grids and you plant in the squares.
Ah, okay.
So we have 2 people per bin. So we've sold out. All our bins have been.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're really lucky.
Wow.
And a lot of the people aren't from our parish. They're just people in our community that are interested in this community garden idea.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And you said something also to me when we talked over the phone about pollinator.
Yes. The other problem, a lot of people have gardens, but we have a big issue all over the world actually, that bees are dying out and other pollinators don't have the food that they need, and we need pollinators, of course, because without pollinators we don't have any food. So what we did is on the other side of the fence, which we'll show you in a moment, we had it mulched and we're ready to put in a real pollinator garden.
Oh, fabulous.
So let's take a look over here if you want.
Okay.
So these are our other friends. We might want to introduce
members of the team, yeah.
Hey.
So Jovi is the gardener.
Hello.
And she's the brains behind, I think, the plants and what to plant and where to plant, and a wonderful addition to the team. And
I'm the incumbent here at St. John's, and Jovi's just now explaining to me where all the pollinator plants are going to go on this hill here.
I'm impressed.
And Dorothy Hayes is
Debbie.
Debbie, forgive me, Debbie.
That's okay.
Thank
It's
you.
Debbie Hayes, and I'm another member of the Friends of St. John's. I don't have a green thumb the way Bonita does, but what I lack in expertise, I make up for in enthusiasm.
So this is where the pollinator garden
Yeah, on this
is
side of the
going to
fence
be planted.
is our pollinator garden. Right now it's just mulch. Mulch
Okay.
and a few little hostas and a few little plants. But Jovi can probably explain more than I can how we're going to do this. Well, it's simple right now. We're just starting.
So basically I was going to do a strip of flowers up here, and there's going to be a strip of hostas plus wild thyme at the front. Down the side there is going to be some larger, leafier plants like the variegated daylilies, so that it's less likely that people will wander out of the bed. Because we're tentatively planning to have Joe Pieweed, which does attract native wasps. So we're going to keep kids out with that. We're also going to plan on putting a small line of yellow flowering lilacs on the ridge to garner attention as well as provide a bit of a windbreak. There's going to be a line of wild red columbines alongside it because they like the shade. And on the inside, between the 2 lines at the top and the bottom, there's going to be a triangle checkerboard pattern all the way down, so that there'll be a triangle-shaped zone for a variety of different plants. So hopefully we'll have at least 20 to 30 different species in the next 12 months.
Fabulous. And it's for me an interesting insight into what a difference that can make in terms of the performance of the gardens themselves.
Yes.
Oh, neat. And now most of us will be putting vegetables up here in this garden.
They will definitely be pollinating
And how
the
do
vegetables.
these plants help our vegetable gardens up here on the plain?
Well, I didn't count because it was hard to find information on exact species, but I imagine there's going to be at least 15 different species of bees alone that are going to be migrating and nesting in the area here. So if
That sounds wonderful.
One of the benefits of this that I hadn't considered until I got here and we were chatting about it was especially for parishes or congregations who have some property adjacent to their church or parish hall. What a wonderful idea of putting it to use, and especially for the community. If nothing else, think of the grass that it saves having to cut and maintain.
Yes,
and of course the real benefit, I think, is the food that people can produce.
And the insects that are going extinct.
Yes, supporting those insects and the beauty that it adds to the community. Well, I think for the parishes that will be watching and may like to learn a little bit more about how this all came together, we want to sit down for a few minutes and chat a bit more about the inspiration and lessons learned along the way. So thank you for the tour. That was wonderful and also insightful. I certainly learned a few things about gardening I didn't know. So a few questions. Mm-hmm. What was the inspiration behind this happening? What led to?
That's a good question. As you know, FOSJ stands for the Friends of St. John's.
Mm-hmm.
And as Anglican members of this parish, we took on the Friends of St. John's to bring awareness about this building and the historical importance of this building. Outside of being an Anglican and a member of this congregation, this building is a cornerstone in a town, and the Anglicans have been here for 200 years. Mm. So the inspiration sort of came from knowing we're having our 200th anniversary, and that was during COVID. And as you know, COVID really, really messed up a lot of people.
Yes.
And isolated a lot of people. And our parish is in an area where the demographic is, senior citizens. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we knew we had to do something to keep people interested. So one of the things we talked about was the fact that the grass on the lawn needs to be mowed all the time in the back, which it does.
Yes.
And what could we do with that piece of land? Mm-hmm. And then, of course, as we started talking about gardening and isolation and people being alone and not being able to go out, it just kind of grew from that.
Wow.
So that's what we decided to see what we could do. And we met and talked with the bishop and other folks that have a say in this sort of thing. And stewardship of the land has always been been a big concern of the Anglican congregations everywhere. And as congregations drop, this gives us an opportunity to bring nature back mm-hmm. sort of into the fold so people can get to come and use.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if I was a community member and wanted to sign up, what would that look like?
Yeah, we have a membership fee is $25 a year, mm-hmm. which is not very much because for that fee, what you get is a 4x4 plot in one of our raised beds with proper garden soil. And we're following a program called Square Foot Gardening Method. Mm. It was something that was invented by a man named Mel Bartholomew.
Oh, and you showed us a little bit of that.
Yes, I think I did. Yes. Yeah, it's
mm-hmm.
really amazing what he did to get people into gardening in small spaces.
So the future, what's the vision of this in the future?
So our future is to have a pollinator garden that is on the land that has been part of this Anglican community for 200 years, and it's still growing towards heaven, as we say.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What a wonderful message to conclude this video.
I'm glad.
And thank you so very much for hosting our visit today.
And thank you, and thanks for coming and having interest in our pollinator garden and our Greater Glory Garden.
Totally.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
For our viewing audience, thank you for joining us today, and stay tuned for more videos about how and what our various parishes are doing to engage with their communities.